Hey, the Sacred Cloomers, my name is Kid Guru. I was on YouTube today, and okay, first off, I saw E-Meek's new videos, my subscribers, and then I saw his video against Moldy Toaster, who I didn't know back when I was back into when I was into computers, and I didn't know about all his videos and stuff. But I took a look at E-Meek's videos and his responses, and then I looked at DRBUK or DRBunk, however you pronounce it. You guys like to pronounce it, but he has great videos as well. I'm subscribed to his channel. Gareth and Halls, he has great point. They're all against Moldy Toaster, and this guy, the Blue Hour, they all have great videos. And I started watching Moldy Toaster vlog. He has all these accounts. I was looking up Moldy Toaster video, Moldy Toaster 2. He's just, making all these accounts not so he doesn't get those responses in, as DRBUK pointed out. So the old responses he had weren't on his videos, and he just made this whole Mac versus PC. What a PC can't do. I mean, yeah, a PC can't do all that stuff. And I gotta prove, there's a lot of things he just, first off, all these errors you're proving out here about all these things, this is just in general of all your videos. I'm gonna make a lot of videos, now that I've seen all of your videos on separate parts of like 1 through 28. On one, and also I saw your leopard. You were saying that leopard should have waited. Apple should have waited to release leopard because of all the incompatibility with these programs. Even Leopard 10.5 it's great with the programs you can get, and there's programs like, and you said that programs, and you said you'll leave all these links about these articles about the Macs and stuff, and I looked at the video description, no links, nothing. I actually have to go on Google right now just to look it up myself. You said programs incompatible with Leopard, and you said you should just wait and keep Tiger. Well, Tiger's great, yeah, but still, Leopard 10.5, the newest version, is, with the new spaces and over 300 new features, it's great. And not all programs are compatible, but then again, Vista was even a bigger bombshell. And Leopard, haven't heard much incompatibility unless you're using a really software designed for PC. Then stick to your PC. It's simple as that. But when you gotta say that, Vista has way more incompatibility, not with just programs, but even hardware. There's hardware like what hardware is it? Some printers aren't compatible with it. Many programs aren't. An editor, even if there are programs compatible, I tried downloading one that I have on my old Windows XP machine into my laptop, and Vista wouldn't. It let it install, and then it said that it recommended to reinstall it. So for the proper settings to run on Vista, and I did that, and then it still screwed up, and it still wouldn't work. And you're telling me Leopard has incompatibility and should have waited. Vista should have waited. Vista should have never dropped. Microsoft should have never dropped Longhorn. Now, yeah, I use a PC. Unlike you have a Mac and a PC. But hey, and like you said, people say, why do you own a Mac then if you're gonna bash all these, write all these arrows and stuff on them? But yeah, I use a machine, Windows machine, XP and Vista, but I still, saving up for the Mac. But hey, I'm a kid. I can't just go out there and buy a Mac Pro. It's simple as that. This computer was handed down to me in the laptop my mom just bought me, and I'm not gonna, I use it. Just it's something I have to use, but I use a PC. But when I get the Mac, I will use that probably more. So if you're gonna point out like, I can't. Why don't I just use a Mac then? Well, I just can't go out and do that right away, right from the get-go. And you, on the other hand, bought the Mac Pro and show all these errors with the Mac Pro. I know a lot about Apple, and I watch Gareth Halls, DRBUK, E-Meek, all you guys' videos are great. And I study the Apple and the Mac and Apple in general. And when you're writing all these errors that you're saying your Mac has, with the Genie effect getting stuck through with your iTunes, and you're just totally screwing this all up and using terminal to write these errors in, and with the as Gareth pointed out, you had some statements about the icons going through the dock behind the dock, but besides that, you said about it was stupid on how the icons arranged only have 3 rows and it's desktop space. Well, when it would be better to me rather than even if having those empty rows than having this compact, all these folders side by side by side, and you have to look through each and every one. When an app in the Mac, yeah, it's a whole new interface, but that's the point of it. It's a whole new OS. It's a whole new machine. It's not, it's not Windows. It's a Mac. It's Mac OS 10 or whatever you're running, and you should expect more videos, and you're probably not gonna get back to them, but oh well. I'm still gonna put these in your responsive videos, but if you don't get back to them, oh well. I'll put them on eMeeks videos as well, because they all have great videos, and you're just talking on all these errors that you probably you're writing these purposely with your terminal, using terminal, all this stuff with the Genie effect, and you're talking about iMovie, you're talking about you need a specific resolution for it to actually run, and if people with the older monitors, well, unless you're running like an old CRT monitor, and you don't, or something that doesn't have the resolution, the Apple cinemas, which most, or not, sorry, Apple displays, which most people get with their Mac, or even have a flat screen, or already good to run iMovie. You're not gonna get really many who have. You may get some. There's gonna be maybe a handful or so that will have that problem. But besides that, iMovie runs great. And if not, then don't use iMovie. And you're saying Windows Movie Maker, iMovie, okay, Windows Movie Maker has a whole new set of problems besides you're talking about iMovie. Even if it doesn't have it can run on any resolution. One, the effects just suck. It doesn't have many effects. Or transitions and stuff. You actually have to get those off the internet and have to put the XML file in, like blue screen, green screen, chroma key, all that stuff has to be set in with the transitions, and you have to use a transition in the first place. It doesn't have an own separate feature. You have to get the XML code, put it in the transitions, put a picture in, and overwrite the picture with the XML code, and you have to do all of that on Windows Movie Maker just to get something like a blue screen working, or the effects. There's not many really great effects, even with the new one on the new updated on Vista. Really, what it is, it's just, as a lot of people say, Vista is just Arrow. It's all Arrow, and updated a whole new paint job, revamped, transparent, just like Okay, so you're saying all this stuff about the Mac Pro and showing all these errors. Why did you get it in the first place then? If you're gonna do all these videos like the Blue R said, and you said you're thinking about, sell the Mac, if you're gonna just bash it and make all these errors from, some of them probably, you may really have, but again, if you're just gonna write there like you did with the iTunes using terminal in the background, or with the little beach ball on your Safari browser, that eMeek pointed this out again. In the Mac you have the program. When it crashes, only the program, the whole OS won't crash. Unlike sometimes I have with my Windows, my old webcam, or my webcam that I use on that one screws up. Unlike the Mac, the program itself won't just shut down. In the Mac, the program itself will, you can close that entirely and just, end the error. But on there, it resets my whole computer, and the whole OS just crashes. Unlike in Mac, where it has it separately. Now, I don't have the 10-minute limit here, so I'm going to have to cut the video. But Those are just an overview. You should expect more videos because I'm going to come out. I'm just going to finish watching up all your parts 1 through 28, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.